Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauryn, and tonight I'm here by myself for our Strength and Swings class. I have my kettlebell buddies off to the side here. I have a couple of choice tonight because I just couldn't decide what I'm going to use. So I have a light one for our warm-up, and a medium, and a slightly heavier one, depending how I feel after our warm-up. Thanks to our members for joining us and our Patreons for your support. Let's get started running through a full body warm-up, and then we'll get our bells going. Standing up tall with your feet underneath us, let's gently take our chin and tuck it towards our chest. Next, that chin will scrape along a collarbone towards an armpit. Nose will go up the wall, all the way across the top of the ceiling to the other side. Down the wall, chin to the other armpit, across the clavicle to center, and then stack your head up high. Let's do the same in the opposite direction, chin towards chest. Scrape that clavicle towards your armpit. Nose going up the wall, across the top of the ceiling, reaching up towards that ceiling as it goes across, down the other side, across the clavicle, and then stack that head up on straight. Imagine like a marionette being pulled up to the ceiling, finding some room in that neck. Next, I like to step my feet slightly wider, place my arms across my chest, and lightly retract my shoulder blades. We're thinking here about moving our rib cage. Let's start first with our slides. Our hips will stay stationary, and we'll slide our cage from side to side here. As we do this, our shoulders stay parallel with the floor. You can see it a little better as I extend my arms out to the side. One more lateral shift, and then come back to center, crossing those arms, again, blades retracted. Adding a little bit of a rotation here. Keeping your hips forward, rotate your head one direction, and then your upper body will follow. Next, return your head to center and your body to center. Repeat in the other way. Hips forward, head rotates, upper body rotates. Head to center, body to center. Adding on a little bit more. Head, shoulders. Now let's do a side bend to that back corner and roll forward to the front center position, and then abs tight, stack up tall. Repeat the other way. Oops. Head, shoulders, light side bend, and then roll to the front, rounding through that upper back but keeping your blades retracted, and then to tall. Give it a little wiggle as we do. Next, the shoulders. With our arms starting in our W position, we'll be going overhead today with our presses and our get up. So let's get those shoulders warmed up. Lightly shrug your shoulders and then pull them down. Now protract your blades or try to press your blades forward and then retract them, pinching a pencil between them. Extend your arms out to the T. Ribs to hips, I could punch you in the stomach so your abs are braced. Shrug of the shoulders, pull down. Blades press forward in that protraction, blades retract. Keeping them in that retract position, let's extend up to our Y. Are your elbows nice and straight? Shrug your shoulders, pull them down. Blades press forward, blades come back. One last position towards that overhead, light shrug, pull down, blades forward, blades retract. Now start pulling the sky down, doing your chin up or your groove press as you pull that bell back down to that rack position. Once here, let's again retract those shoulder blades, elbows in tight, and slowly lower your imaginary kettlebell. Once it's at the bottom, let's straighten out those elbows, feel the triceps, and then lightly extend on those wrists, holding that position, and then relax, shaking it out. Next, we're going to visit the hips, and we're going to do some light hip bars. Hence the name, Bars and Bells. Isn't that interesting? With something at your side, keeping yourself up tall in a balance aid, point your leg out to the front. Next, let's rotate that leg open in the socket, inseam faces up. Then, draw that circle to the side with your leg. Once you get to the side position, let's pause. Your hips are still forward, tall on the inside leg. Next, rotate that femur into internal rotation or hide the inseam. Don't let your hips hike. Then rotate it open. Rotate it into internal rotation again and continue the circle around the back. Once out the back, flex over the foot, come all the way through center, And then go back to the back, reach long, hips forward, rotate the leg open in the socket, bringing it to the side, all the way around to the front, and then grow tall, finishing that leg underneath. Next, let's do that on a bent leg. We'll take the same leg and we'll bend it, keeping the quads parallel. We're gonna reach the leg back into some hip extension. Then the knee is gonna come to the side and that foot will come underneath us. Let's hold this number 4 position for a second. Knee is going to the side, hips are pressing forward and staying level. Then use that adductor and pull the leg back to center. Brush back to parallel, let's repeat to the front. Knee front, knee opens to number 4, hold. Disconnect your foot, slowly internally rotate that femur. Draw a small circle around the back, reconnecting the inseams, and then straighten that leg out underneath. Shake it out, switch sides. I'm getting my chair because I forgot I have to switch sides. So with that balance aid at your side, let's point the other leg to the front. Then rotate it open. Send the leg to the side, hips press forward. Nice. Then while we're here, we'll do our internal rotation without hiking our hip. Externally rotate, inseam forward. And one last time, internally rotate. Send the leg around the back, pushing the hips forward and staying tall. Flex over the foot, keeping that knee straight. There's room for it. Point to the front. Now to the back. Reach along. Try not to arch that low back. It doesn't have to go far. Rotate open in the socket as the leg comes around to the side, all the way to the front. And then again, it returns underneath, and let's get right into that bent knee position. Reaching to the back hip extension. Rotate, knee to the side, foot underneath. Hold number 4. Knee side, hips forward, tall, tall. Then adductor strength to close, brush to parallel. To the front. Knee hip flexion, leg side. Hip stays stationary as you rotate the leg in the socket around to the back, and then finish by extending that leg underneath. Butt cheek burn in that standing leg. I'm just gonna put my chair back, I'm done with you. Ah, what a lovely chair. Next, the feet. Let's get those feet warmed up and prepared for some lunges in our get-ups today, because you'll never get through a strength and swings class without at least one get-up. Gently pressing your knees towards over your toes, hanging out here. Little shift side to side. Then drive into the floor, extending the hips up to tall. Squeeze your cheeks, brace your core. Push down into the floor and find that first balance. You can have that balance aid still. Control the down. Next, we'll feel that pull of the foot to our demi-point position, aka lunge foot. From this lunge position, push some weight straight down. Then use the toes to point. Gently flex over the foot, keeping the knees forward. Get back to pointy point, ball of foot, heel comes down, hip pushes forward. Repeat on the other side. Pull, activate that hamstring as you pull your foot to demi. Then push down into lunge foot. Warm up those bent toes. Point, flex, round over. Point, demi, heel comes down, hip extends. One more version of that. Get back to that demi point. Where is your ankle? Let's wing it out for a second, but try to keep the knee forward. Then pull it back in line. Get to the point, gently flex over the toes. Same idea, keep the knee positioned in the same place, but try to wing your ankle out. Then suck it back in. Get back to the tip, the ball of the foot, the heel comes down as the hip extends. Other side, pull to that demi point. Knee is forward, allow the ankle to wing out. Then pull it back in line. Get back to the point, allow the foot to flex over, wing it out for a second, then back in to the point, to the demi, heel comes down, hips extend. Let's find one more balance from here, pushing down to grow up, and then we'll control that down. Next, we'll warm up our hinge, a quick wrist on the floor, and then we'll get our kettlebells out. I want to get back to some bottoms up today. I know, exciting times. chip chop on those hips into our hinge position, which is going to be integral for our swinging and our cleans today. So let's get into that hinge position. Next, we'll tip forward, find the floor, fingertips, callus lines, and down. So as those hands grip the floor, we keep our shoulders packed out of our ears and rotate those elbow pits or blood donations forward. Let's pull our shoulders towards over our fingertips, noon on the clock. Next, we'll transfer our weight towards 1 o'clock. We're going counterclockwise around here, trying to distribute the weight through our fingers, our palms, our calluses, and loading up those wrists all the way through the hands. Back to center. Let's do it in the counterclockwise direction. So what I'm saying here is that we're trying to spread the load amongst the palm, the calluses, and all 10 fingers. Distribute it evenly. Then once we're back to that noon, press through those palms and gently flick the floor away, giving that a little bit of a shake. We're going to come out into our first plank here, getting our core prepped, and then we'll come up and do some bottoms up. For our first plank, hinge on the hips. Place your fingertips callus line down underneath your shoulders. Pack those shoulders, step back to either a modified position from your knees or that high plank from your toes. We'll be adding on to our plank position throughout today's class. Pull your shoulders down. Pull your hands towards your knees without moving anything. Squeeze your cheeks. Brace your core. Be so tight. You're at the top of your kettlebell swing for 3, 2, knees down. Push the floor forward, sending your hips back with your tailbone lightly tipped towards the ceiling. Breathe. This is our low squat position. We're going to pull back through that plank one more time. Pull yourself forward, up to that high plank. This time, think that cross-body tension. So pulling your right hand to your left hip and your left hand to your right hip. And do both at the same time for 4, 3, 2. Now we'll push the floor forward, lifting the hips to our down dog or A-frame. Keeping the tailbone tipped up towards the ceiling, the anterior pelvic tilt. Walk your hands back to your hinge and then push down to stand up tall. All right, we have a round of bottoms up here. And I don't mean beer. Not anyway. Save that for pilsners and pull-ups. Until then, we have a kettlebell that we'll be doing some activities with bottoms up. So grab a bell, get a grip. Standing over top of this bell. Using your hinge, we'll be gripping close to the pinky side, but not on the corner. Push that weight straight down into the bell. Square up your shoulders to the floor. Next, we'll swing the bell through and ba-da-ba-ba, pop it upside down. Didn't mean to rip that little jingle off. With our nice straight wrist stacked over top of our shoulder, our elbow and our shoulder retracted, let's just find stability here. We're breathing. Our feet are rooted. Our glutes are squeezed. We're holding this bell, maybe even thinking about pressing it. Keeping it tight to the body, through and park. Up without, shake, second side. Hip hinge. Grip bell close to the corner. Push that weight straight down. Pack the shoulders, then through, upside down. How does this side feel? Maybe it's your non-dominant hand. Easier, harder, both answers are fine. Stacked, retracted, braced, squeezed. Breathing, hold. 4, 3, 2, tight to the body. Park that bell. Up without, shake it out. We're gonna do our hinge. We will be next doing our hinge to get to the floor to do another plank. This time we'll be walking our plank out. So let's hip hinge. Walk ourselves out to a regular plank where your hands start under your shoulders. Your cheeks are squeezed. Maybe you stay here. If you'd like to make it harder, take a step forward with your hands and hold. If you'd like to make it harder, take a step forward with your hands and hold. Forward and hold. Do you have one more step in you? Do you have one more slide in you? Holding for 3, 2, then walk those hands carefully back under your shoulders. Ooh. Lift the hips up. Walk the hands to the feet. Hinge, hinge. Long spine. Push down. Stand up tall. Shake it off. One more round of our bottoms up here. Either performing the same activity by finding stability and holding, maybe adding a little march on the spot or move around your room. I'm going to try to bottoms up press this kettlebell. Join me if you'd like. Hip hinge, grip close to that pinky side. Set up, take your time, push the weight straight down, swing through, pop. If you're next going to press, brace, squeeze, eyes on the bell as you press it towards overhead. Hold, own it, and then pull that bell back down with stability, keeping it tight to the body, through, and park. Great job. Thank you. Same thing on the other side. Hinge, grip, squared up, push down, boom, rack first. Find stability here before you start your press. Maybe it's a partial press. I'd rather see a partial successful press than a full press where the bell flops over at the top. Take your time building that strength and park the bell. Oh, I would like to do one more plank and then it's get up time. I'm going to move that bell off to the side. We're going to walk out into our plank and perform a 3-point plank, meaning we're going to take away a hand. Why we're doing this? Because today is single arm swings in your future. Hip hinge. Walk yourself out. High plank position first. I like to have my feet about where they were in that hinge position. So it might be slightly wider than your normal plank, but not too wide. Keep the hips square to the floor. Squeeze your cheeks. Lightly transfer weight to stack your shoulder over top of your wrist and hold. 3-point position. Your hips and shoulders are still square to the floor. 3, 2, place down, switch. Stack, square up, hold, keep squeezing for 3, 2, one more time each side. Remember to breathe. Where are your hips in space? 3, 2, one last time, switch. Are your cheeks still squeezed? Breathing underneath that shield. Both hands down, tailbone tips, slowly make your way to standing. Boom, hinge up. All right, we will be getting under a load now using a kettlebell for some weighted get-ups mixed with a squat warm-up. What that means is you need a bell. I will select one from my collection here. We'll be starting on the floor, performing a half get-up on each side. We'll start with halves and we'll get to full, don't you worry. Come on down. Pick the bell of your choice, light, heavy, medium, whatever works for you, or body weight. Let's start always in our cuddle position. Next, roll to your back, pressing that bell and holding. You know me, I'm gonna pause along the way. So holding in this firing range for 3, 2, next, hip extends, pull, hold on this elbow. Right now, both shoulders are stacked, that wrist is straight and strong. Push into the floor, finding that hand squishing the bug. Is that bottom shoulder retracted and packed? Next, press the floor away to bridge and sweep through. Hold this position. I'm looking up at my bell. My shoulders are stacked over top of each other. Breathing, I will sweep the leg back under. Hold. Find the elbow. Keep looking at your bell. 3, 2, to your back. Hold. 3, 2. Bell comes down. Cuddle onto your side. Woo. Take a second off. Spin yourself around. And let's repeat on that other side. Starting always, I'll be right there. Starting in my cuddle here first though. Cuddle, roll, press. Here we go. Set yourself up and hold in this position. Wrist straight, gripping that bell. Hip extends, pull to the elbow. 3, 2, find that bottom hand squishing the bug and keeping that shoulder packed. Next, we'll bridge and sweep. This is our windmill position here, gripping the floor with that bottom hand. So we'll sweep back through to find our cheek, hold, find your elbow, keep packed, and then slowly press away from your elbow to find your back. 3, 2, bell comes down, cuddles. No rules, stand up. Great. Warming up the squats. Let's first start in our narrow stance, and each time we'll progressively get wider. Our narrow is our feet in parallel, pressing the knees towards over the toes, and then driving down to stand up. Press the knees over the toes again, staying stacked. Stay the same height, find a balance. Hold, 3, 2, heels connect, hips extend. We're gonna get fancy here. Knees towards over the toes, find a balance. Could you hold this balance and transfer weight to a single leg? Staying the same height. Then place that foot down, repeat on the other side. Keep those ankles in, knees hugging the midline. 3, 2, 2 feet. Go up first, slow down. 2 more, up, knees bend, heels come down, press to tall. And last one, we'll go all the way down and all the way back up. Knees towards over the toes, heels peel up, slowly descend. Find the soft landing on your knees, extend your hips, squeeze the cheeks. Let's keep that hip extension for 1 and try to lean back. Knees, hips, shoulders all in line, and then to center. Untuck those toes, break in the hinge position, press the hips through, tuck the toes. With or without those hands, let's rock back, find the heels. Oh, that's tricky. Press to tall. Shake it out. All right, round number 2 with our get-ups, top down. Let's step over top of our bell. Last week, we reintroduced those cleans, and we will be cleaning again today. So right now, let's use a cheat clean to get it to the rack position, and then we'll be working on our real cleans after that. Over top of your bell. 1 hand grips for now. Pull, punch, rack. Next, we press. Next, we do a half get up down. Leg you can touch. Drop back lunge. Control that down. Front leg in, back hip forward. Front leg opens, rotate, hinge. Hand finds the floor, stack your shoulders for 3, 2. Press the hand away, hips extend. Front foot moves, keeping that nice straight line. Don't tip over. Push forward and back, up to tall. Let's pull that bell down with control. 3, 2, rack, and park. Whew. Feels great. Feels good to be under the kettlebell. Same thing on the other side. Hip hinge. 1 hand on, use your cheat clean. Pack your shoulder, hips drive that bell up. A nice press to get the bell overhead. Leg you can touch. Drop back lunge, control the down. Front foot opens, rotate, hinge, stack. 3, 2, press the floor away, extend the hips. Front foot moves, use that tension pushing forward and back to press to tall. Pull the bell down and park it. Take a second off. Our next set of squats here. Find your normal squat. So if I told you to goblet squat or rack that kettlebell, place your feet in that position. Next, we'll pull ourselves down. As we pull ourselves down, we're keeping that slight anterior tip of the hips. Our core is still braced, but we're not rounding in that low back. Let's hang out here. Feet are gripping the floor, heels are heavy. Gently try to pry a knee open and then back to center. And the other side, pry open and back to center, and then push down to stand up tall. Repeat again. Pull ourselves down. Chest stays lifted, eyes up, but not cranked at the neck, just extended. A little weight shift from side to side this time. Let's put our bells in our imaginary rack position, so elbows in, extended spine, press to tall. I'll shake out. I'd like to do 1 full get up each time, each side, and then the swings, the cleans, the presses, the squats, here they come. But first, a get up. I'd like us to start on the floor, so come on down. On to your back, however you'd like. Start in that cuddle position, roll, press, extend the hip, press to the elbow, Find the hand, hold. It's our bridge and our sweep. Pushing the floor away, extending the hips. Front foot moves. Both legs help you up to tall. Control the pull down. Back to that lunge. Open. Rotate, hinging under that kettlebell, stacking. Sweep. Elbow and to the back. Pull the bell down. Kettle over. Oh, who doesn't love a good get up? You're under a load for about 30 seconds. All you're thinking about is your moves. No outside world thoughts. It's a good thing. Here we go. Same thing on the other side. Pattern this move slowly. Practice with body weight first. From that firing range to the elbow. Find the hand. Packing that bottom shoulder, bridging and sweeping. Hand presses away. Front foot moves. Both legs. Tension up. Back down. Stay stacked as you come back down. Rotate around and under that bell. Then sweep. Find the elbow and press away to your back. Pull the bell down. Give it a little cuddle. And anywhere you'd like. Come on up. All right. That felt great. Next, swing time. We will be performing some single arm swings. We have a little pyramid, if you will. We're going to start with single arm swings. Then we're going to add some cleans. Then we're going to add some squats. Sometimes you forget. Teleprompter. Then we're going to add some squats. Then we're going to add a squat and a press. And then we're going to tear it all back down again. What you need to know is you need to use a kettlebell you can do some single arm swings with, some cleans, and some squats with. Let's get that bell out. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna use this one today. So, with our bell in front of us, we'll be starting with single arm swings, 5 each arm. Now, because my partner's not here, so we don't have that I go, you go timing, we'll have to take a little bit of break in between. You'll have to listen to my funny jokes, breathe, take your time. It's gonna be a good time. Let's set up in front of our bell, 5 single arm swings, first arm, hip hinge, grip pack, 5. That off arm comes all the way through. Park the bell after your 5. Take a couple seconds off, shaking it out in between. When we're performing our single arm swings, at the top we're in that plank position we practiced earlier. That off arm is coming through with us. Here we go, second side, 5. And park. Whew. Excellent. That felt great. All right, round 2. We are going to alternate between a single arm swing and a clean. So it'll look like this. 1 swing, 1 clean. 1 swing, 1 clean, 1 swing, 1 clean. 6 total, 3 of each, however you want to count it. Set up behind your bell. Hip hinge. Pack shoulder, 1 swing. Rack, and then clean. Rack. And then swing, and then clean. And then swing, and then clean. Through, put the bell down. Take a breath. Take your time. Same thing on that second side. When we're doing the cleans, make sure both hips are coming through. No Elvis twist. Catch it on your abs. Use your hips to move that bell. Second side. Swing. Clean. Repeat. 1 more. And park. Excellent. Just throwing a little weight around, no problem. In and out the nose as you recover. Taking your time. As promised, we're adding a squat. I would like to see a swing, a clean, step as needed, a squat, adjust, repeat, a swing, a clean, a squat. I think it's only fair if we do 3 rounds of that on each side. Sounds great, Lauryn. Thank you. All right, first side. Hinge, grip, a swing, a clean. Adjust your stance, pull yourself down, repeat. A swing, clean, squat. Elbow stays tight in that squat. One more time on this hand. Swing, clean, squat. Park. Bell goes down. Slow it down. Dragon breath it. Take your time. Other side. Not too much time. Want to work with that a little bit. Here we go. A swing. A clean. A squat. Repeat. Swing. Clean. Last round this side. Off arm comes through. Both hips come through. Squat. Up. Park. Whew. Excellent. I feel like I'm drifting into the back corner here. Great. As promised, the peak. It's actually a double peak because we do it twice, but the peak is here. More. A swing, a clean, a squat, a press, a repeat. Set up behind your bell. Here we go. We will try for 3 on each side. If you need to drop one of the moves, you can. You could hold that bell in the rack instead of pressing. Add an extra squat. What works for you? Here we go. A swing, a clean, a squat. Stand all the way up, then press. No push presses out of that squat. I'm watching. Do it again. A swing, a clean, squat, press. Adjust your stance as needed. Just make it purposeful. Swing, deliberate, I should say. Clean, squat, up, bam. Park it. Ooh. Wipe that sweat. Take a breath. Have a quick sip. I won't make you listen to my drinking glug glug sounds. I'm sure my breathing's enough for you. Same routine. Second side. Go in 5, 3, 2. Swing. Clean. Squat. Press. Repeat. Swing. Clean. Squat. Press. One more round. Nice. I hope you're making those sound effects at home with me. Whew. Take your time. We're at the peak, but we have to stay at the peak for one more round. We'll perform that same routine again. Swing, clean, squat, press 3 times each side. Then we tear off a move and come all the way back down. In 5, 3, keep the power this whole time. 2, 1, swing, clean, squat, press, don't rush. Try to match my pace. I'm going at a nice tempo here. No need to go faster. Speed hides need, they'd say. Clean, swing, swing, clean, squat, last press, down, park it with control, then step away. A little bit of a break. I've been watching the clock a little bit, and I think I was almost 30 seconds under that kettlebell. I'll do a better job watching the time this time. We're gonna go in 8 seconds. 3 on each side, all 4 moves one more time. In 3, 2, swing, clean, squat, press. Again, adjust those feet as needed. Just make sure it's deliberate. Clean, squat, elbow stays tight, press, butts and abs on that last time, clean, swing, clean, squat, press, 35 seconds underneath that bell, swinging, cleaning, pressing, squatting. It's a good amount of weight to fling around, isn't it? I'd say so. In 10 seconds, we're taking off our press. So it'll be a swing, a clean, a squat, no press. 3 each side. Here we go in 3, 2, it's a swing. It's a clean, squat, repeat, swing, clean, squat. Last time. Swing, clean, squat, park. Oftentimes we'll work in that I go, you go pattern. So it's equal work to rest ratio. Pushing it a little bit today, but still keeping about that same pace. Slowing your breathing down in 5 seconds. Excuse me, sorry. We're gonna do the same thing. Not sorry, had an itch. Same thing on the other side. Here we go. A swing, a clean, a squat, repeat, swing, clean, squat. One more time. Park. Woo-wee. Feels great. Hard. Simple. Not easy. 5 seconds. Taking off our squat. Swing, clean, swing, clean, swing, clean. 3, 2, here we go. Swing, clean. Repeat 2 more. 1 more. Park. Very good. We're almost done. We have our swings and cleans on that second side. And 1 set of swings to finish this up in 5, 3, 2, swing, clean, repeat. 1 more. Park. Whew. Breathing. Take your time. Not too much time though. Last round. 5 single arm swings on each side to finish this up. In 3, 2, swings, 5. Park. We're forcing that exhale as the hips drive through. We're controlling the inhale. We're trying to slow down. We're chill. It's hard, but we're okay. No problem here, body. In 5, 3, last set. 2, 5. Park. Let's close that mouth. Open the nostrils. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breath in and out. And then I'm going to throw a curveball at you. In and out. Under still a little bit of stress. As long as you feel comfortable. 1 more get up on each side right now. Come on down. If you need a longer rest, please feel free to take it. Otherwise, here we go. Last get up each side. From the firing range to the elbow, to the hand, a bridge sweep. As we go through this get up, even though you're under load and under a little bit of stress, can you try to maintain that calm breath, slowing it down, and somewhat recovering, even though you're still working. Take your time, coming down out of that first get up, One more time on the other side. Whoops, messed that up. There we go. Last get up of tonight's class. Cuddle, roll and press. Elbow, hand, bridge sweep. Breathe. Both legs in your lunges still to tall. One more time back down. Sweeping, elbow, and back. All right, come on up to standing. Let's check in with our breath before we go. Inner nose, outer nose. Filling belly rib cage, expanding diaphragm. Exhale. Let's repeat. In for 4. Out for 4. In. And out. Adding on for 2 more rounds. In. Hold. In more. Exhale. One more time. In for 4. Hold for 4. In more for 4. Out for 4. And last one, empty for 4. 3, 2. Oh, relax. Excellent job. Wipe your brow. That was quite a class. Thanks for joining me today. My name's Lauryn. This is Bars and Bells, and I appreciate having you in class. Remember to like and subscribe. Become a member on our website. Check out our Patreon page. Thank you very much for all your support. Until next time, which is Thursday at 8 a.m., 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing some bar work to improve our hip mobility and body weight strength. Thanks for joining me. Take care, stay strong, and let's train soon. Goodbye.